Hi. I created my coding project using an activity called the High Seas provided by Google CS First. And what you can do with it is create little storylines or whatever by choosing different things. And what I really liked about it is that it had the tutorials that walked you through all the steps so that you got the basics on how to do that in this project. And so what I came up with was Adventure on the High Seas, and it's a little dialogue between this knight and his horse as they're sailing on this large body of water. If you take a look inside, um, originally I had started with just this brown shell of a boat and water, and I went in and I changed the boat to a sailboat and adding a sail, which to me just was more aesthetically pleasing. Then I also had to learn how to make the boat actually look like it was in the water, not on top of the water. So I learned how to put it behind the water with code. Then the next thing was the water. I wanted to have the wave effect. And so the activity was showing how to do that and how to control the waves. At one time it looked like I actually had a hurricane going and the boat was going to capsize. So I learned how to calm down the waves. But I really liked the effect. It was all the story was starting to come together. Then I selected two sprites for my dialogue. One is a knight and his trusty horse. And the only thing that I found really challenging with this was that the timing of the speech bubbles for the dialogue, and that was probably the most frustrating part, was not to have the speech bubbles popping up at the same time. And so once I figured out timing and things, then the dialogue started to flow. And then that was the end of that activity, and they offered some add-ons. And so when I was looking at the add-ons, I thought, oh, sea sounds would be awesome for this story. And so I went back and I learned how to do that. And the sea sound is my sprite one. And if I can remember how this went, yes, is where I learned how to select the ocean waves. And it would look something like this. And so the ocean waves, the sound is quite loud. I'm wondering if I would have turned the volume down on this microphone that it might have been a little softer, but you know, I liked the effect. So I had the sounds going on, and then I decided that I wanted to try another add-on, and that add-on was clouds. I needed to have just something a little bit more for my story to make it look authentic. And so I learned how to create clouds by, if I can find my stages here, I had to learn how to utilize X and Y so that my clouds would be moving in the background. And I know X and Y have something to do with math, but I don't remember. But what I did, how I had to create them was on this workspace. I first had to choose vector mode, and from there I went and I selected the tool on the menu bar called ellipse, and that's how I created little circles all over. And then I went and filled them with white, and you can manipulate them however you want. My clouds always turn out looking like popcorn kernels, and I'm okay with that. And then it showed me some tips on how to have your clouds partially off your storyboard there, and then set everything in motion. And I think the final product turned out really well. And so this is my little story of between a knight and his horse on their high sea adventure with their exciting discussion of STEM, STEAM, and education. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to your feedback. Thank you.